mile.
bet he's
Use the
35.
second from the right lane
Right?
to take
So
exit 1 for
he's
Henry Hudson
on
Parkway,
the
New York 9A.
corner of 154th and 8th Avenue on the downtown side. Beautiful afternoon, beautiful summer afternoon. And, you know, he wiping his car down and shit like that. And I walk up, I see the car, I recognize who he is. So I walk up
Use
and I'm
the
like,
second from the right lane to take exit 1. Then use the
nice,
middle
man.
lane
Some
to
mean
turn
joint right
slightly
here you
right
got,
onto the
bro.
New York 9A
Sweet.
ramp.
he go, yeah, man, thanks, man. I said, yo, no, you know, dope little kid on and all that, whatever. It's dope, man. I like this, bro. It's a dope joint. He talked about it.
Use
Give
the
me a
middle
little
lane to
tour.
turn slightly right onto the New
So
York
then
9A ramp.
He says, I say, we talked about maybe 15 minutes, right? I'm in the car.
In a quarter
I see the
mile,
cars.
use the left lane
And
to
he
take the
goes,
ramp to New York
I go,
9A
yeah,
south.
man, you know what? This is a complete change in the conversation. Like, the tone and everything is still the same. You're still like, oh, what's up? Oh, this is not whatever. I said, yo, man, by the way, man, you should pay Big Boo that money you owe him, man.
By the way.
You know what I mean?
For real.
15 minutes we've been talking.
The other for real.
Yeah,
For real.
yeah. You need to pay Big Boo that money. He just looked at me like, Big Boo money? What the hell?
Use the left
Who
lane
the
to take
fuck
the
are
ramp to
you?
New York
But he
9A
don't say
south.
that. Just looked at me. I said, I like you, man. I was supposed to take your car. I said, but I like you.
Continue on New
I
York
think you're a
9A
good
south
person,
for 2 miles.
but you should get out the streets. Pay Big Boo his money
In
and stop
1.5
fucking with the street
miles,
shit.
take exit 12
Right?
toward West 125th
So
Street.
I found this out years later. Right after I said that to him, and I went on about my business. He goes around the corner to the rooftop. Now this is when my man Gusto had built the studio in there, the recording studio.
Why
That was
do I
his
know
first
that
recording
name,
studio.
Gusto?
He had the rooftop.
Okay.
Right? Although a lot of people thought it was Fast Willie's joint, it was really his, like, you know, Willie Burgers and stuff like that.
Right, all that.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
shit.
So they thought it was Willie's, but it was really his, because Gusto had one, like the first, you know, crack spot in fucking Harlem that was like I'm talking about like 74.
What they call pioneer.
Yeah.
We had crack in 74.
Yeah.
He was a pioneer.
It wasn't crack then. Space.
It's
Right?
day job for real.
Right. They was doing $100,000 every 12 hours.
Oh, I bet that.
404 was the name of the
For
film.
years.
Yes. 100,000. There was nowhere else. This was a place.
Yes, you mean it was pre-made? It was in little racks? Or you, it was already cooked. So it was crack.
Yeah, but it was the term crack didn't come.
Right. But I mean, it
10
was
years
It was
after that.
pre-cooked.
Yeah.
Hard
By the
chunks.
time crack came along, Gusto had retired.
So you're saying that was in the mid 70s?
Yeah.
He was freebasing.
Yes.
No, I know that, but
Yeah.
that was the whole process. But he's saying there were pre-actual
Yes.
cooked up chunks.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. The freebasing part was going on forever.
Forever.
Yes, that had already been going on. So he goes around there, and my man Tone and all of them were Gusto's securities, young wild ones with the pistols and all, whatever, right? And Teddy was his little protege. He invested in Teddy, right, to make the music, Rooftop Entertainment. So when he gets up in there, he goes, yo, man, I need y'all, man. You know, this dude just rolled up on me, man. He told me, you know what I'm saying, like, I gotta pay this money, blah, 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 and all that, man. Yo, I need y'all, man. He says, he's gonna take my car and all that, whatever, right? It's like, oh, okay. So they start grabbing their guns and shit, putting their shits in their dip and all of that. This is one of them, their leader, telling me this.
Yeah.
Years later,
Okay.
he goes, yeah, so we putting out shit in our joints and all that, whatever. Yeah, man, let's go. Yo, what's the nigga name, whatever? He said, yo, he saw Cavario, and they said, oh, you need to pay that money. So we start putting our guns back.
Yeah.
You need to pay that money.
You should pay that.
Probably should pay him, whatever. And that's how Teddy found out who I was. He was like, and when I didn't find that out until years later. So me and Teddy were somewhere like in
Slide left
Miami
for
or something like that,
St. Clair
whatever.
Place.
And I told him, I reminded him about that, right? No, before we got there, I didn't see Teddy again for another year, right? I didn't see him again for another year. Next time I seen him, he goes, yo, I'm like, yo, what's going on, bro? What's happening, man? It's good to see you, man. You know, I like what you're doing with yourself. He said, yo, man, I just got back from overseas. I was on tour with Kool Moe Dee. I said, get the fuck out of here. He said, yeah, man, I'm doing the music shit now, man. He said, yo, man. He said, thanks, man. Thanks for, you know, for telling me, for saying what you said, man, and, you know, for doing what you did, you know.
Saving my life.
Right. He said, yo, you're the reason I got the fuck out of that shit. Cause he told me about his music aspirations and all that, whatever.
Yeah, oh,
in
when
that
you were talking to
conversation.
him, yeah, okay.
Right? So I said, yo, that's what you should do, bro. Leave this shit alone. And I was very much serious about that. Like, I was very much a real advocate for guys not fucking around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I come from it, from, you know, the parts where you don't see. So it's like, it was never like romantic to me, sexy to me.
If you could do something else,
it
you
was
should
burdened.
be.
That's right. It was, to me, I was always burdened with the reality of it.
And it was a job, and who glamorizes
Right.
what's my job?
Right.
I'm going to
Exactly.
work, nigga. What's exciting?
Exactly.
What's exciting about going to work?
How is this sexy? This isn't sexy.
Going to work's not sexy.
Right.
But you
So-
get to wear velour tracksuits.
That's just our fucking uniform.
Right. Just a uniform. We just somebody in the room.
Yes,
just a
it's
fucking
just a
uniform. And you can't put it on and suddenly be a motherfucking
That
player.
ain't what made me go to
You know what I
work.
mean?
Are you
The
sure?
uniform did. Yeah, positive. I swear to God.
So
What about Adidas
So
top
now-
10s? That didn't make you street?
no.
No.
No, and too many found that out the hard way. So you gotta also be mindful of these red light cameras.
They got that here now?
Yeah, red
But,
light cameras.
but you don't
And-
actually have to pay them.
and also, really?
Because I whenever I got them in other states, other companies, if you acknowledge receipt, you got to pay them. If you ignore them, because a law enforcement agent didn't give it,
you know that
give it
sounds
to
like
them.
That's
some of
right.
that Moorish temple shit.
No, I've done it many times. Because no law enforcement gave it to you.
Because really, just like the speed cameras.
Yeah.
It's like the speed cameras. That wasn't administered to you by a law enforcement person.
If you make the mistake of responding, like you call and be like, I deny this, then you got it.
Right.
And you
Right. You're
acknowledge
acknowledging
receipt.
it. That's right. That's right.
But they can't prove you ever got the ticket. See,
Right.
if a cop writes you one at the
Right.
spot,
Right.
but to say, oh, well, there's an address associated with this license plate, and we sent a letter,
Right.
they don't prove you ever got it.
Right.
So for 100% certainty, if you don't respond, you ain't got to pay them. Because I've done it in Arizona, in L.A., Beverly Hills.
I'll have my sister call me. We get some shit in the mail about this truck.
Don't respond.
Sonny Tucker.
You should talk about the shit don't take no numbers. The shit don't take nothing.
Don't take
It
nothing.
don't take no
So
numbers.
what
They don't
he
take
did
no
was he
numbers.
go to Belize.
The
He
shit
went to
don't-
Belize.
Don't take nothing.
No. No. I told niggas, you try to cut some shit today, you gotta cut it with itself. Yeah, cut your dope with dope.
With dope. And that's actually
Tucker.
not inaccurate though.
Yeah.
That's
No,
actually that's actually accurate.
You
have
can't,
to cut
bro,
dope with
Ever since I stopped fucking around in 97, when I left in 97, you could barely breathe on it.
Yeah. And we got a
And when I
couple
left in
bags.
97, I was doing really good.
That was about
and
to
it was
end up
taking
though.
10.
Yep. Oh. Yeah, you was moving crowd at that point.
And it was taking a fucking 10.
you could put
and I'm
double
looking
D-
at it going, yo, it's over.
Yeah, you
It's
motherfuckers.
over because
y'all-
I know about 50 and 40 and 30. When I got to Baltimore, it was taking a fucking 30.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's crazy, bro.
And
Like,
then when you try to explain to them niggas, you know, if you can't cut it, it ain't dope. What you mean? What the fuck you mean? What I mean?
Yeah, they got baited and switched out.
Yeah, and don't
got
even
baited and
really.
switched out,
And got
bro.
turned into employees.
Yes,
and
man.
are clueless
Yes,
that you
bro.
got turned into an employee.
It's like, man, this when I try to tell y'all it's not worth it and it's over. I'm not
Hating?
just saying. I'm not. You know, on a Dare commercial. I'm not. You know, I'm not on trying to reform you. I'm just telling you the real shit. Like, my nigga, that shit's not worth anything. No
But
more.
he Mexican.
You taking a risk for nothing.
He Mexican and he gave it to me. So
Oh.
it gotta be right. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Because he
He
Mexican.
Mexican, and they them.
And they them. Because that's how Chapo won them. So the
Right.
fact that you still can't hear
Right.
this shit,
Right.
but they Mexican.
Right.
I got a Mexican plug.
Right.
You got a Mexican
Right.
plug to give you shit you can't hear.
You can't cut.
Okay. All right. Now
I don't understand.
No, this shit is
And
beyond
it's a rap
comprehension.
because
This shit's beyond
now,
comprehension.
now they know that they can give motherfuckers that.
Well, that's what Eddie used to always say. Once you accept garbage, motherfucker, I'll never give it to you good.
Never
again.
ever.
Never again. Once
Never
you buy
ever.
garbage one time,
That's it, and they've done it.
Yep.
They've established that as
Yep.
a baseline.
That's a fact.
Like, motherfuckers take the worst goddamn drugs
Yeah.
there are.
Yeah.
Wait, I want. pump my shit.
From the makers of Motown Mafia, beyond the headlines, beyond the crime, beyond the glamours and gold, they don't run around the streets. They run the streets. Beyond Street Dreams. Documentary coming soon to Amazon Prime, Tubi, and Pluto TV.